is
under
that?
God. Under what God is?
Is it like what religion of God is that?
Christianity.
Okay, so everybody that gets married, their oath is under Christianity?
In America, you only get married under a Christian church.
Are you sure?
These are the difference between facts and opinions. Like,
I mean,
these
I'm
are
just
facts.
saying, are you sure? I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying, are you sure?
I'm accurate and
So
100%
who are the
positive.
people that jump over the broom? Are those Christians?
Christians. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because Christianity is Baptist, Mormons, Jehovah's Witness. Those are all forms of Christianity.
So why do they have different names?
Because they have different denominations and different rules. Has nothing to do with the fact that they all believe God. Some people believe in the spiritual reckoning. Some people believe in the Holy Trinity. Some people believe, as Jehovah's Witnesses, that they don't pray through Jesus. They only pray through God. Some people are Seventh-day Adventists, which means they only go to church on Saturdays. They don't go to church on Sundays. Some people are Baptists, which means they have to get baptized to understand purity. So all of them it's the same difference between the maker of a car, right? So when you look in a parking lot, you'll see 20 different cars. You'll see an Acura, a Toyota, a Neon, a Benz. But you know what's all the same about those cars? They all got four wheels. They all have one motor, transmit. They're all built and designed to be cars. However, they're equipped in different ways. So that's just the difference.
Okay, I got another question for you.
Go ahead.
Okay, if an individual walked up to you and they said that there was a pimp, would you look at that individual as a negative person or a positive person?
I am a pimp, so.
Okay, well, I'm not asking that.
I just said I am a pimp, so positive. That's what I said.
Okay, now I ask you, why do you look at that individual as a positive person?
Because pimping is a mentality.
Elaborate.
So the only difference between, so you got three kind of men in this world, right? You have men who sell dreams, men who sell reality, and men who sell perception. The men who sell dreams are what we call players. The men who sell perception are what we call max. And the men who sell reality are what we call pimps. So the only difference in the reality of the situation is the facts in hand, how they operate as a character, as an individual. So if every man could be a pimp, he would, or he wouldn't be a player. He'd just be married with children at home. So why would I look at a man who has multiple women who know about each other as inspiration?
Let me ask you this. So out of those three type of men, which one are those the married men?
Which one of those are the married men?
Yeah, you said there's only three type of men in the world. You said the players, the max, and the pimps. Out of them three type of men, which one is the married man?
They can all be married.
They can all be married?
Yeah. See,
when they
that's the
get married,
difference between.
I hear you out. I mean, go ahead, explain. Go ahead.
That's the difference between men and women. So a woman has to be accepted. A man has to do the engaging. You understand? Like, a woman doesn't ask a man to marry him.
Right.
A man asks a woman to marry her.
I get it.
So at the end of the day, any man can be married. Any woman can't, though.
Right. I get that. But out of those three type of men, which one would choose to be the married man?
The pimp.
The pimp?
The happily married man would be the pimp.
So you think a pimp would want to get married?
I know pimps who are married.
And do you still call them pimps?
They retired. It's just like saying, is Michael Jordan still, what we're talking about? Is Michael Jordan still an athlete?
He's not an NBA player, though.
That's not what I asked you.
Yeah, he's an athlete for sure. For sure.
Okay. So just because he's no longer in the game, you just told me an NBA player means active in the game, correct?
Correct.
All right. So just because he's no longer active in the game doesn't take away from who he is.
Correct. I understand that.
Yeah. So just because a pimp gets married doesn't take away from his qualifications and his validation.
Well, what if this pimp marries a female that's never been down with him?
It's not possible.
So that's what I'm explaining though. So then, is he still an athlete though?
That's never possible. A pimp would never do that.
Right. I get that. But what I'm saying is he still an athlete?
No, not if he does that. If an athlete was caught doing drugs, does he get his awards taken away?
I mean, you're right, but he might still be an athlete, though.
No, he's not.
No?
Because it's rules and regulations as a man. We have structure, moral, and standards as a man.
No. Hey, look, check it out.
Hold on, let me just finish this statement. No matter what our profession is, we have men. As a man, we stand for something. So character and standards are everything. Profession is nothing. You're no less of a man because you're a janitor or a coach or a pimp or whatever. Doesn't make you less of a man. Your character and standards make you less of a man.
Correct.
So when you don't stand on, if you stand up for something, but don't stand on it, then you're not a man. You just
No, I agree. I understand exactly what you're saying, bro. I really do. Like, I don't know if you picking up what I'm putting down.
Man, nigga, I'm reading between the lines. I'm far from green. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I already know. You feel me?
I wouldn't keep rematching if I didn't. You dig what I'm saying? If I wasn't understanding what this conversation was. You know what I'm saying?
Knowing. So now let me ask you, what do you think?
Because mind you, I'm gonna let you finish this. My mother, because you said about marriage, my mother was a hoe. My daddy was a pimp. They've been together over 50 years.
Right.
And my mother wasn't my daddy body bitch.
No, I understand. I get what you're saying. My next question to you, and I'm already knowing you know the answers to these questions, man. But I like to, you feel me, take conversations to higher levels, right? So my next question to you is, what came first, a prostitute or a pimp?
A pimp.
What you say?
A pimp.
A pimp came first?
Hell yeah.
Isn't prostitution one of the oldest professions?
Yeah, but Jesus was a pimp.
Well, elaborate.
Well, I mean, Jesus hung around sinners, strived them to be righteous. His proud follower was who? Mary Magdalene, a known prostitute. She followed him every day from his birth to his rebirth. Why? Because a man leads a woman by example at all times. That's why Jesus was pure. And as a man, we strive for what?
Talk to me.
Purity. I'm just saying. As a real man, we take account. That's why a woman who doesn't take accountability for her actions is the worst thing for any genuine man. Why? Because we strive to be the best that we can be. So if a woman is not trying to improve herself, it's more of it's a irk. That's the only thing that really irks a man about a woman, for her not to be truthful. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
So with that being said, it's the only difference between this game and the lane that most people are in is a mental state of mind. You understand? So if a woman can't tell me she's gave me all of her, she can only give me the rest of her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm not her first, I got to be her last.
Right.
So that's why I exist. And if she don't want me to exist, then it's okay. I'll exist in my own domain.
Now, let me say, okay, what came first in America? A prostitute or a pimp?
A pimp.
Oh my God. A prostitute came first in America, P.
No, listen, P, I'm telling you what came first. A pimp came first. Why? Because even as a hoe, she didn't know what to do with herself. So the man had to guide her. That's where the guidance came from.
But she was still prostituting. She just might not know what to do.
Prostitution didn't come until the money was accepted and the guidance was reflected.
Right, and what those was brothels. You feel me? So
yeah, a brothel. Guess what? A woman never ran a brothel. Time out. But a woman never ran a brothel. That's the difference between a hoe and a madam, right? A madam couldn't be herself without being a hoe. And a madam couldn't exist without having a man in place. You've never heard of a famous madam who didn't have some dick she was sucking and fucking.
No, I get that. But what I'm trying to explain to you is
there is no structure without order.
Them dudes. So are you calling bruh from the Playboy Mansion a pimp?
Oh, Hugh Hefner?
Yeah.
No, fuck no.
Okay, so we can't count the brothels as the dude that was dicking down the madam as the pimping. We can I would never count that. That's not what I'm saying, Pete. What I'm saying is this, right? Even when a bitch was being, all right, so say as the first bitch that was outside, right? When she was outside, she had no structure. So she was outside having fun. The difference in this game is fun and funds. You got FUN and FUND, right? So it's a bitch out here who's outside having fun. It's a bitch outside for the funds. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, like, you had the bitch that was outside, the first bitch that was ever outside. She was outside enjoying sex because sex was new, exciting, and it gave her a different feeling. How they can wait, though. I was just telling you, I was getting they can wait. But when she was outside, she didn't understand that feeling can give her pleasure beyond pleasure. You dig what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So then she met a pimp. So yeah, the hoe was outside, but what existed first was the pimp, because the pimp had to show the hoe about the game. So she was just fucking for but she was fucking for profit though. She got to be a prostitute. She wasn't okay, let me ask you this.
I'm listening, go ahead.
Do you know the difference from a prostitute and a hoe?
Hell yeah, the standards.
Okay, so is it fair to say a prostitute came before a pimp? Because what makes a prostitute a hoe is the pimp.
No, listen, because at that time, no. Because at that time, there was no such thing as money. When there was the first thing of any kind of prostitution, there money didn't exist.
Right,
it was
still exchange. It wasn't just a pleasurable moment. It was some exchange going on.
Now, time out. Now, there what we had called a barter system. Niggas used to trade bitches for land, trade bitches for food. So the pimp still existed. How? Because the man was pimping on his daughter. That's why they said a pimp would pimp on his daughter, because in the beginning of time, it was men who had so many daughters that they could not have workers on their farms to even keep their farm existed. So what they started to do was trade their women off for workers and land. They bartered the bitch for more. You dig what I'm saying? So I always say, no, the prostitute was alive, but she didn't exist. You dig what I'm saying? Because even though she was there, she didn't know how to conduct herself. That's why the pimp exists in the first place. Because there is hoes that can move and groove in this game and get by, but they will never stay high. Why? Because the game doesn't exist without teamwork. work does not work without numbers. That's why they say men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. You dig what I'm saying? So a bitch would never succeed by herself, and the pimp can't either. Because I can't pimp. I can be a pimp with no hoe, but I can't be no pimping unless I got a hoe, because I can't pimp on nothing but a hoe. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like a hoe can't do some hoeing without a trick. You know, we all coexist with each other. You dig what I'm saying? So yes, the hoe was alive when she was there, but she didn't exist without a pimp.
I hear you. Yeah, you talking about the
Yeah, I ain't these square bears, man. You know what I'm saying? I come from this shit, though. You know what I'm saying? Never mind. Let me just shut up. I work at Burger King. We just trolling, y'all. We just on
nigga,
here.
your shit full blast on this.
We really on here just having a conversation because we be hearing shit on the internet, y'all. So, like, don't confuse us. Like, we work at Burger King, but that really mean have it your way. Hello. You know, let me shut the fuck up. Cheers.
Hey, P, make sure I didn't favor you, man. Hit me with a favor. When you live, we could chop it up. But I got so look.
I ain't gonna lie, P. No, I didn't. I thought I did. I was about to say I ain't gonna lie, P. About two verses ago, I hit that star, but I guess it didn't click at the same time. But I'm glad we still versing because I don't even fuck with niggas too. Listen, I'm a real nigga, so I fuck with real niggas everywhere.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? I know a man when I see one. I don't gotta know what he got going on, but I know character.
Right.
By talking to men. You dig what I'm saying? Actions always speak louder than words. This is what we talking about in the first. So respectfully, I wouldn't be rematching you if I didn't fuck with the vibe, Pete. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, you know what I'm saying? We ain't even debating. We just having a conversation.
Nah, for sure.
So it's like, you know, that's what I'm just saying. Like, you know, I thought I did hit the fade, but I definitely fuck with you, my nigga.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? What city you in again?
We got plenty more. I heard you quit when shit got tricky, that's a silly notion. You can dance around the city, we got plenty motion. Need that house right by the water, I can feel the ocean. Smoking Tango City's out, this shit is really potent. Heard you quit when shit got tricky, that's a silly notion. You can dance around the city, we got plenty motion. Need that house right by the water, I can feel the ocean. Smoking Tango City's out, bitch, I'm really floating. Need that crib right by the beach, I can feel the breeze. Feeling blessed every day, I don't need to sneeze. Smoking California trees in the Florida Keys. You can be a lot of things, you just can't be me. Check the description, I'm a South rapper. Zai keep me lifted, I'm on Mount Everest. God be my witness, I don't doubt blessings. Straight to the check is my route preference. Fuck how you feel, to my family I'm a big deal. Fuck how you feel, cause my family eating big meals. Knew I was boss since I was little, on that big wheel. Before your life get better, trust me it gets real. I heard you quit when shit got tricky, that's a silly notion. You can dance around the city, we got plenty motion. Need that house right by the water, I can feel the ocean. Smoking Tango City's out, this shit is really potent. Heard you quit when shit got tricky, that's a silly notion.